To Mike Wood Music. This is T. Michael Wood, here to give you an update as to what's been going on here in October of 2025, all as a part of the Mike Wood Music 2025 campaign that I've been releasing. And we've got a lot going on. In the last 4 weeks, just to kind of bring you up to speed, I know it's been a few weeks since we've talked. I have released my 10th song called Shining Light, which is a song I wrote about my mom who passed away a couple years ago. Very excited about that. And then I've released 3 of my dad's songs in the last 3 weeks. The first song was called So Well the Seed, which is a song that I found among some of his older cassettes. He had really not made available in any form or fashion before now. And it's an inspirational song, very piano based. There's 3 other songs I found that are like this that I'll be releasing later this year. But it is, I released So Well the Seed, so hopefully you've enjoyed that. It's gotten a lot of streams, so I'm thinking some folks have had an opportunity to check that out. I've also released 2 other of my dad's more popular songs. The first was We Found Our Home. This is a song that my dad wrote on his and was released on his Conversations album in 1990. This is the first time available, obviously, in the digital realm. But it is a song that my dad used to play at a lot of funerals. And in fact, Ann Hart Kippen, Nick Wyland, and Jim Shaw, good friends of my dad, sang that at his funeral in a very, very touching moment. So I really appreciate them doing that. It's an amazing version. And then this past week I released I Am My Brother's Brother. I Am My Brother's Brother actually is the first song on his first album, Pilgrim's Road. And coincidentally, his good friend Jim Shaw, my dad wrote the song, but he let Jim actually release on his album, which actually came out a few months before my dad's. And so there's actually a version for both my dad and Jim Shaw. On the Pilgrim's Road version, we have Ann Hart Kippen, we have Nick Wyland, and we have Lloyd Williams, all supporting my dad as a part of that effort. So we've released a lot of songs. This week, I am actually releasing a second of those piano-based songs that I found. It's called May the Peace of the Lord, which is an amazing song. The lead vocalist on this song is Ann Hart Kippen, and so I hope you get a chance to do that. That's going to be available this Friday. What else we got going on? I've released a number of lyric videos associated with these songs. I've released So Well the Seed, which has gotten almost 1,000 views, so I'm pretty excited about that. I've released We Found Our Home on a lyric video, and I've also released my song Shining Light on a lyric video. In addition, while we're talking about, and all those can be found on the Mike Wood Music YouTube channel. And while we're talking about that, a few other things that I've put out there the last couple weeks on the YouTube channel, realizing that we've got some new fans out there and folks who, it's been a while, it's been a couple decades maybe since you've heard some of my dad's music. I went back and did some reviews with some snippets of songs of his Pilgrim's Road album, of his Conversations album, and then a 2-part breakout of the Up on Jackson Street CD. So you get a chance to kind of get a flavor for those albums and CDs. Of course, you can download those or listen to those out in the digital world. And all these songs being available on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Amazon Music, iTunes. It's like 21 streaming services, all the major digital platforms. The other thing that's out there on the in the YouTube world is a 45-minute interview that I did with Rob Reffitt. Rob Reffitt happens to be the producer and Dad's collaborator during the Up on Jackson Street CD. I released those on Facebook in 6 separate segments of 8 to 10 minutes. But again, you can actually go out on the Mike Wood Music YouTube channel and check out the entire 45-minute interview. Very insightful in terms of how my dad and Rob came to some decisions around how they did certain songs, how they recorded them, how they worked together, what it was like working with my dad. Very insightful. Just a preview. We have also done an hour and a half interview with Jim Shaw, Nick Weiland, and Ann Hart Kippen that I'm hoping to start releasing before the end of the year. So very excited about that as well. So check out the songs on all those streaming platforms I mentioned. Check out the lyric videos on Mike Wood Music YouTube channel. Check out the album reviews and the CD reviews I put together, or the Rob Reffitt interview. I've gotten a lot of fantastic feedback on the Rob Reffitt interview. A lot of folks found that very insightful. So a lot going on. Hope you're having a great fall season, and we'll talk to you next week. Take care. Bye.